Music. Let me tell you little about Finuity. When I introduced Finuity to the batch 8 guys, I said,
I need to. Yeah. Hey, इधर don't sit here. Hey, Ratna. I need a view over here. Guys. आगे चले गया. यहाँ होगा ना? नहीं, इधर नहीं. Just little bit. थोड़ा सा मारो. बैक सपोर्ट. और थोड़ा, please.
So what is Finuity?
Just
Finance to love finance. What happens exactly in Finuity is there are few things which we do. Broadly, I'll explain. For example, if you guys are currently, probably you're not so well versed with finance, right? When you probably develop interest in something in class, but you're restricted to just keep that for a particular syllabus. But you get interested and you want to do more work on it, you want to get interested and you want to get into it completely. This is the right forum when you can come down, and we have many able professors, like Professor Anirban is here. He's heading the finance club out here. So here professors are able to come here and interact on a more informal basis. Why do you think our finance, all these events are not happening in the audience? Because we want to get the finance out of the classrooms and into our hearts. Okay guys, so I would not, without further ado, I would like to introduce my friends Pravit, Rishabh, and Venugopal. They'll be coming up with an instrumental, after which we'll have a small song. Thereafter we can introduce some brilliant ideas by these BTech guys. Okay, give it up for my friends.
सुना नहीं क्या? अच्छा, तुझे सुना नहीं अभी? हमारे परफॉर्मेंस नहीं तुमने बजाया नहीं देखा नहीं?
कैसे बजा देना यार? सॉरी यार.
You missed it.
क्या बजाया? क्या बजाया?
You were on drums.
So after that wonderful soothing performance, we'll carry on with another song. The song is called Kabira. Must have heard. That will come down in due time. कैसी तेरी खुद गर्जी ना धूप चले ना छाओ कैसी तेरी खुद गर्जी किसी दूर डिगे ना पाओ कैसी तेरी खुद गर्जी ना धूप चले ना छाओ कैसी तेरी खुद गर्जी किसी दूर डिगे ना पाओ I'll take just a few minutes to introduce one of the stalwarts we have out here today, Dr. S.N. Ghosh. I would not say he's just a professor, but he's a knowledge-sharing mentor who comes to us, shares real-world cases from his more than 3 decades of corporate experience. So I would request you to say a few words of courage to encourage our batches.
Good evening to all of you. He just spoke certain words which I definitely object to, stalwarts and all. I am a hardcore professional. I spent my life in the corporate sector, something around 4 decades now. Now knowledge sharing is my passion, which is why I am here with you. Now, this environment which I am talking of, it's highly and hugely competitive environment. But today's environment, present one, is very refreshing. And I must say that whatever hidden talents were there with my colleagues in Batch 6. Believe me, I could never imagine. And during our college days, we never got an opportunity. This is the change. This is the conflict. What is happening. Now today when you are in the competitive world, a complete holistic approach has to be there. It is not necessary that you have to excel in one particular activity. You have to be an all-rounder, and this is what, I'm telling you from my core of heart, I'm so happy that you are having this cultural event, and the cakes which I have made, I could never imagine. This is the real thing. Take my word, this is the change agent. And I would, as a rank outsider, I would suggest that you encourage this. I had been speaking to Professor Anirban and other of the faculties that you motivate our learners so that these opportunities are increased more. So whatever are the hidden talents, my friends who were on the drum or singing, I could never imagine. Though I am a music lover, I started initially as a tabla player, played for a couple of years, but then because at that point of time, academics or this, you have to make a preference. I was a Ranji player from Delhi. I had to leave cricket. Because I had to opt for the cricket. Today, you have that option. You may opt for it. When I was doing my industrial training with you in ICIJ, at that time it was a DFI, I'm talking of way back in the 70s. We could never imagine. We never got those opportunities which you are getting. So avail of it. You must excel, and that is the motivation. And the club I am definitely fond of. This is the real opportunity, and you are getting the knowledge with the business mix. Okay, thank you very much.
Kind words. I would now invite my friend Pranay. Pranay has designed one application to make our lives easier and cheaper. I'm sure once you came to Rikran, I'm sure a lot of you all must be wanting to go to Gurgaon, or maybe Jaipur, or maybe some places where you'd like to just, enjoy your long holidays or weekends. Many a times what happens is we make plans, but we cancel them probably because the cab is turning out to be expensive. Am I right? This guy has designed an app for us that after you put your gate passes and all that, it automatically detects where each person is kind of going. So it automatically comes up with such networks wherein you can share a cab with someone. So I would not say much, but I would leave it to Pranay.
We have this Microsoft Innovation Center thing for which I developed this app, and this app was presented the last time we had this, and I would say I'm really happy, but I was awarded the best. This app was awarded the best one for that. So that really makes me happy. Now the sad part is maybe it was somewhere lacking on my part that I couldn't market it well enough. So I don't really get users a lot, and people do register. They like the concept, they like the idea, they come onto the site, but it's not being used as such, which is what I would really like to start happening. And so the reason why I'm here today is really twofold. One is I would like to promote this app. So I think this is a platform. This platform suits for that. So I would give a demo very quickly, and So how this works is really very simple. So this is Cabhead, and there's me logged in, and so every user gets his own profile page, and this is my profile page. So I posted these right sometime back. I'll give you a run through even now. So say I want to go to Gurgaon tomorrow, so I start by posting that right. This is where I say I have three people with me. There's space for one another. So I say there's space for one more guy to join in. So I do that, and yeah. So there's that right. Now there's this other user who's logged in, and he too wants to go to Gurgaon. So he checks for rides which are there, and he happens to find mine, I think. Yeah. So there's this one ride which he sees, and he'll ask for my permission to join, and say he too wants to go to the same place. I check back on whoever has asked to join the rides which I've posted. Taking some time. So anyway, I hope the idea is clear. I won't waste time here. So well, this is one thing which I think is a problem which really affects us. For now, we all need to go off to places, and we aren't able to find out people to ride with. We end up paying more. So I think this is a solution, but getting it to work, getting people to really adopt it is what I really want. And so that's really one thing why I wanted to talk about it here. The second thing really here is that I'm an engineering student, and I don't really read marketing books. I don't really read Philip Kotler all that much. I think you'd be able to help me here more than I am myself suited for. So this thing needs a business model, and I'd be more than happy if you could suggest me something. If you could maybe just talk to me about it, whatever suggestions, ideas you might have. So I would really appreciate that, and I think I'll always be free. Whatever ideas you have, just pull me by whenever you see me. I'll gladly accept them. And so Jay sir is going to help me. He's assured that, and I'll be also happy if you would join me in this thing. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Share the link to Cabhead.
Thank you, Pranay. You'll be happy to know that my friend Anup is already helping you. He's got some ideas which we are going to share with you, right, Anup? And what about others? Do you have any comments or any feedback?
Let me assure my friends out here that I am all ready with you for making out the business plan. Now, you make an idea because my experience is there. I'm a member of the Venture Capital Association of India. We prepare this business models for various business. So it's a high ticket otherwise. Now what you have to make, first the business idea. IT you use as a facilitator. In this particular thing, with all respect to my friend, the scaling is not happening. You must envisage there will not be a profit in the first year of operation, but from the second year onwards, there must be a break-even. Once you are able to have a break-even, then some profits will be there. You have to prepare a cash flow statement for 7 years. This is a must. Then only the PE funding can be there. In all these projects, because these are all IT based, your assets are missing. So when assets are missing, traditional funding will not be there. So you will have to go an innovative model of funding. Any idea? You have to get this particular web page, whereby this software apps as evaluated. You have to get it evaluated. There is a valuation mechanism done. So in our institute we have AS26. So you get it valuation done. Okay. In IT sector, valuation is done on a projected profile. On that basis, you can raise the capital. Another thing is that when you are raising the capital, do not raise as a single individual. Nobody is going to fund you as an individual. You have to have a business model. Either you can go as a one-person company or a private company. So that business model here. Now why you are not having the hits here? That is also a point here. Visibility has to be there. Visibility has to be there because the connect has to be there. You are not able to establish that connect. You sit with me, Bible. That's what I was sharing with you. Today when we are using IT, you go to Andhra Pradesh, you go to Karnataka, you go to Ghazipur, this Ghazipur area of Uttar Pradesh, peppermint is now being sold through e-mandi. The traditional farmer is not going to the mandi. We have connected them with the web page and without going. So we have removed the intermediaries. So the business model has to be there. Software, you have to prepare what we call as TEFR, Techno-Economic Feasibility Report. You prepare it, then I'm with it. Funding will be done. You have to scale it up. I'm always there. Okay. Incidentally, I'm advisor to the Government of India for this digitization, this Digital India project. If you have heard of this, so I'm chief mentor to the Government of India on this. So I have my huge experience on that. We can share it. Why not?
Thank you again for such kind words, sir. So any more views on capahead.co? Any views? Saurabh, come on. What do you think? When is the next time you're going to, sorry, Neeraj, when is the next time you're going to go to Gurgaon? Alone? Alone? Oh, okay. Okay. What about others? Any other views on this particular idea? It's nice. So can we leave it to Anup to help him out? Yes.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Anup Sharma. I'm from Batch 8. The same thing which he has done, we did same thing in NTPC Rihand. That was a remote site. So it was not an app because I'm a mechanical engineer. So what we did is, two people, we both were mechanical engineers. I was from Jalandhar. There was a guy from Durgapur, NIT Durgapur. We made a blog on WordPress.com so that we may moderate everything. Nothing like other thing like is published. We choose the motto that was be connected, be benefited, because the chief purpose of this page was this thing only, cab sharing. It was the principal problem there. You won't get many buses to commute. So what you need to do is you need to, how can you make the page more attractive? You have to add new things to it. Like this app is very nice, it is for a specific purpose. But what if you diversify the purpose? You are attracting different segments into that. So if you look at this page, you will see there is one tab, Rihan Yellow Pages. This tab is having all the contacts. Like you can see there are service centers of Sonbhadra Hundai region. You can see there will be many things. We targeted many people like housewives. They can call Karyana stores directly. They can order the things, and many things, many contacts are there. You are having any new idea. The second tab is there. You can share this idea. And the link for this page was directly shared at rehan.com, which was the central.com there, to whom everybody used to visit. So that was the marketability. The next thing is events, and next thing is buy and sell. You were able to sell second-hand things at a remote place. So 4,000 people, if that is the population, you don't need to commute to much longer distance to get that object from other people. So that was also a nice thing here. And the last thing was sharing a cab. So here, application is very easy thing, means he has made it very user friendly. So that is the best part of it. In this thing, you have to go into a tab, like supposedly you are having, you want to sell something, then you have to click it here. It will open and you will have to write a comment there, which will come for moderation to us. If it's feasible, if it's nice, there is nothing wrong thing being posted, we will moderate it, else we won't. So this is one of the things I wanted to share. Maybe it will add certain value to it, or maybe if you can get something out of it. So that would be all. Thank you.
Who's invested in stocks? Can you share your experience, please? You can come here, you can sit there, whatever you comfortable.
One of the things that I would like to tell everybody is that everybody should start investing in stocks. Basically. Not in Citibank. Do wherever you want. The earlier you start, the more exposed you are to such instruments. One of the best reason that I invest into stocks is that I make sure that I make at least 10% of not a week, a month. So if I say, for example, if we have invested from 50,000 bucks, keep a target for yourself. Keep a target of maybe 10% every month. The kind of annualized return that you'll get would be far more than what you get. There's a simple trick out here. The simple trick out here is don't choose. For now, you can start with investing into blue chip stocks, stocks which are the companies which you are very well aware of. Take for example SBI for now. SBI is in buying range for us. A stock that trades within 500 or lesser, so that you can invest more number of stocks. If it appreciates, you can get some good money out of it.
What are your strategies of investment? How do you invest? Like, which are your strategies that you adopt to invest? Like,
I don't follow a strategy. I read a couple of reports. So I invest through Kotak. So I read a report from Kotak. I also read, there's a friend of mine who invests through ICICI Direct. They also give you certain reports which you can read. And the best strategy is if there's one broking firm which is giving you 5 recommendations, you can make sure that the other broking firm should have at least 2 of these recommendations. Now, through that, your confidence in the company goes high. The technicalities, I don't follow price to equity and all, but I make sure that whatever the reports says in layman terms, I get to understand that and I invest in it. Second is, people talk about paper trading. what do you call it, trading on a portal wherein you don't put your money inside. Till the time you don't put your money inside, you will not learn trading. So you have to keep some surplus into the stock market, and the moment you have your money inside, you start learning. That is my
Anup, I think we are charting on two different territories. If you are talking about trading, that's a completely different ballgame. If you are talking about investing, that's a different ballgame. Let's not mix facts here, right?
Yeah, that is there. I mean, we all are starting with investments. Nobody here would be attracted at holding a stock for 2 years from now. I mean, that would not attract the new minds out here. That's why I said trading. Trading also, I would discourage trading intraday here, because that would also, you need a lot of expertise on that. I don't do it. So basically playing on the delivery, mode wherein you buy a stock and you don't have a time limit or an obligation to sell that stock within a day or so. So if you're buying a stock today and the moment it crosses maybe 10%, you sell it off. You'll end up making money rather than, right now we're not making money out here. You made some money at least. Second is to the idea that was getting discussed here, the cab ahead. What we can do is we can identify certain niche areas. Say for example, I'm from Jaipur, and if you see a company in Jaipur, there's a company in Jaipur, Genpact. Now it has an office in Gurgaon as well. And if you notice, on every weekend, there's a huge crowd that moves from Gurgaon to Jaipur and Jaipur to Gurgaon. Maybe if you can order a few standees would not cost you much, and put it at their cafeteria, and we can speak to their facility manager, and usually they allow us, because I, being a part of a bank, I did certain activities wherein we didn't pay them anything, but at the same time we could have a standee in their cafeteria. So the moment you have a catchy standee which communicates your idea to them, there are fair chances that it will start, the orders will start coming in. Second thing is that, raising capital, sir was saying about raising capital, but right now we don't have funds for huge advertisement expenditure. So these small activities, maybe going to colleges like MET. MET people also roam around a lot between Jaipur and Delhi. So you can also target these colleges, put up a standee out there and see how the response comes.
Anirudh mentioned several important things, but Anirudh, I have few questions. Sundays are meant to relax. Saturdays markets are shut. Monday to Friday you have 7 subjects to handle. So when is the time when you actually sit and read Kotak reports? Nights are meant to sleep. I have a suggestion. Why don't you see this new solution by Pranjal? And then probably few things that you said about investing and trading also, Navjyoti, may or may not be eliminated. Let Pranjal take over. Give a round of applause to Pranjal.
Am I audible?
Hello everyone, my name is Pranjal Kathuria. I'm from BTech 3rd year, and these are my team members, Rishabh Prakash and Anmol Mehta. And there's another member who cannot be there right now. His name is Atul Agarwal. Our basic idea for this application is a portfolio optimizer. What a portfolio is, a collection of stocks. It can be, you can give us your stocks and we will optimize it, or we can give you our stocks and the optimized result. So what basically we're going to do is optimize. What does optimizing means? It means maximizing the profit with a given risk, or minimizing the risk with a given return, so that you have the maximum profit. You can get max out of the money you invest. And now I'll be showing you a video which we made.
portfolio theory, MPD, which was given by Sir Markowitz, helps us in identifying the portfolio which gives highest return with minimum risk. In the second point, it says that we should not put all our eggs in one basket, rather diversify it. That is, invest on different stocks which aren't related to each other. Efficient Frontier is a modern portfolio theory tool that shows investors the best possible return they can expect from their portfolio, given the level of volatility they are willing to accept.
The frontier is the line curve, which shows the potential yield of portfolios given their degree of risk. Optimal portfolios should lie on this curve. Any portfolio that falls below the frontier curve represents a less than ideal mix of investments, because for the same risk, one could achieve a greater return. Any portfolio above this curve is impossible. The job of investment advisors who use modern portfolio theory is to identify a basket of securities that gets as close as possible to the frontier. Investors should realize there's no preferred point on the frontier.
Modern portfolio theory is the theory that we are using for making this application. Would our app be a multi-platform app? Multi-platform means it can be used on your laptop, on your smartphone, everywhere. Yes, it will be a multi-platform app. We definitely wanted to make a multi-platform app since there are some times when you are not carrying your laptop, but you have your phones with you. So you can use your phone to calculate the optimized result that you want. And the two things that we are thinking to make this application are web application and Android platform. What is a web application? A web application is an app, is a website which, by the Wikipedia, a web application or a web app is a software that runs in a web browser. Basically, it's a website that can be implemented as an application that you want. What our end result would be? The maximum profit that you have. Benefits of the web application, that's not for you. This is the form that we will use to get the input from the user. It's not very clear, but sorry. You can give, you have to give your name, email ID so that we can give you the output result and the amount that you want to invest into stocks. Like, for example, you want to invest $100 or $1,000 or a lakh. If you want it to be in a specific sector like Nifty or anything else, your age and some other criteria. This is the back-end work that I'll be working through you with. These are a few stocks that we use to actually work. It's just an example. What we did was get this data, get monthly data, stock data from the Yahoo Finance and calculated the return. Return we calculated by log of current value divided by the previous value. Here's the calculated return in single sheet. This is the calculated return of all the stocks. This is the monthly average return of one of the stocks, of all the stocks actually, and annual return. This is the standard deviation. What standard deviation means is how much the stock will vary in a particular month. For example, if the mean is this, it can vary up to 7% or 7% above or 7% below. It can be anything. You cannot guarantee it. No one can guarantee it. And annual standard deviation. Variance is also the same thing. It's just the square of the standard deviation. This here is our variance covariance matrix. What variance covariance matrix shows us is how much one stock correlates with the other stock. I mean, if the stock of Microsoft goes up, will the Google stock go up or down? It depends. If the covariance matrix values are positive, that means the stock will have the same result. That is, if the value is positive, and Microsoft stock goes up, the Google stock will also go up as well. And if it's negative, it will be opposite. The colored in this colored part are the variants of the same stock, as you can see. These are the monthly returns that we calculated right here. These are the weights. What weights means is we're going to tell you how much you should invest in the particular stock to get the maximum output. These will calculate in a few. This is the risk-free return that you can get if you invest in. If you not invest, but if you put your money in like things like FD, or if put it in a bank or something, you'll get this much output. This is the return of our portfolio, which we calculate by some product of weights and return. It will be calculated. Variance of the portfolio, standard deviation, as now calculated. Solver.
We are going to have a cookie.
What we are doing is calculating this theta part by varying these weights, and the constraints would be, the sum should be 1, because you cannot invest 101 rupees if you have 100 rupees. And we want to invest in all of the stocks, so we'll be taking the least value to be 0.1% and maximum to be 0.5%, because we want to invest in all the stocks. We don't want it to left anything. And now solving it. The values changed. This is if we invest in all the stocks equally, you'll get an output of 0.59% return. And when we solve it, now you get 0.74%. You get a up value with 0.20%. This is all the work that we did with the static data, and now we are working with the live data. You can see this. Let's change it. It will take about 10 to 20 seconds to get the data because of NU network Wi-Fi. This is the live data that we got for these stocks. As you can see, from till today, till actually 26th, because it's closed, market's closed, and from 2004, 30th November, and all the same things that we calculated earlier, average returns and standard deviation, everything. We are working on working for the matrix part and the rest of the portfolio optimization, but we'll do it in like 5 to 10 days maximum. Thank you.
What Pranjal and his team has done is extremely efficient, excellent, but don't worry, it looks complicated, but it will all be behind the scenes. Correct?
This is the back-end work.
This is the back-end work.
What we see.
This is the back-end work we are discussing because I believe all are interested in finance out here. That's why you've come here. That's why you're discussing something which is behind the scenes. But all this will be simplified into in form of an Android app and be launched in the market, hopefully.
You'll just be seeing 2 pages. One where you give us the input, like your amount, your stock, and your name, and the other where you get the output. That's it. This is all things are done back-end work.
The idea of this app is something like this. So, I'll give you 500 stocks. You invest either randomly or equally, or you have your choice. So you want 10% in Reliance, 15% in SBI, 10% in or get somewhere else. Now, depending on the past data, you would get some results.
So you'll have a mean of some 50% average with a certain standard deviation. So that's your choice. And we take now the input from you and we have given you the choice of 50% return. Then we are going to design a portfolio for you depending on your requirements, depending on the risk tolerance level you have. And we're going to optimize the results. And we're going to give you the optimum rates to be allocated to each of the stocks. And then we'll backtest the data, stress test the data, and see that the optimum results are always better. You run 10,000 simulations, you pick up 100 random dates, and you will always see that optimum results. This optimizer is going to provide you better results each and every time. So this is just the starting because we are not integrating the international stock markets as of now. We just have Indian stock markets. And then we'll soon move from a web-based app to a phone-based app. And then when you learn more about risk management topics and more advanced topics of finance, then you see that there are topics like value at risk and other things of testing a portfolio. So all this actually would happen. So the idea is this is a part of a project-based learning course of ET. And these guys are working with you. So this is just the first stage we are through with some basics of Excel. And then we're going to move to MATLAB and then to R. So in the next term, we're going to continue this project as a part of R&D. This is a subject which we have in engineering. So if any one of you is interested or who's a CFA or who has done FRM or who knows portfolio theory well or knows basic Excel well, can contribute. So he's one of the guys. There's this guy who's here, there's Anmol here, and there's Atul who's not here right now. So this app is, and this also has another platform, another way of, there are several ways of optimizing portfolios. So another model which we use and which we have been showing over the convocation and other days is Puneet from Batch 3 who has developed this. So right now we are not showing it because it's too clumsy right now and it's all the back-end work which has been there. But there also the idea is the same. You have 500 stocks or 1,000 stocks, you select randomly. You put 1 lakh and we tell you how much you would have earned if you would have got this portfolio in 2005 and you would have held this portfolio in 2014. Or from 2005 January till November 2005, how much return you would have got. And then we will suggest to you that during this period of 2005, from January 2005 to November 2005, if you would have taken our suggestions or the app's suggestions, then how much would what would have been your return, and then the differential return you can always check out. So when you learn financial instruments and markets or financial engineering in the last term, there is this topic of portfolio optimization. And shown William Sharp, Sharp and Markowitz, you will come across these names later on. So it's a model which has been taken from theory and been put to practice. If you go to Money Control, you go to ICICI Loan, ICICI Portfolio Manager, etc., you don't get to know why you are investing. You just select stocks. And then you have a portfolio and you just see how the dummy portfolio performs. But here, if you are interested in knowing how the backend works, then you will know that there is a lot of mathematics which is coming. And we are intentionally showing you the mathematics to want to freak you out, to make you understand that there is a lot of maths. Stock markets is not trading. Just don't open a trading screen and start trading. There's a lot of statistics which is involved, there is a lot of econometrics which is involved, and there is a huge amount of mathematics which is involved. So if a trader feels that technical analysis, that stuff works, it doesn't work. Okay, it's absolute nonsense. It cannot work. If you want to make it work, you have to spend 24 hours sitting in front of the trading station and figuring out when those signals are coming. But it's very simple, it never works, it cannot work. Because there is no science behind it, because there is no maths behind it. Why is it so popular? Because it's visually colorful. It's visually pleasing. In the news you will see people showing you charts and explaining things. But it doesn't work. What works no one knows, but technical analysis for sure doesn't work. So this is an attempt to figure out how to optimize or how to give you a certain level of return at a minimum level of risk, or taking inputs from you and custom designing a portfolio. Because a male investor would have a different choice of stocks. A female investor would have a different choice of stocks, depending on your age, depending on what position you are in right now, how much your monthly income is, what your future goals are. Those would come in the questionnaire which we are trying to build. And some amount of behavioral finance will merge with computational finance, and then this entire app would come out. So it's still in the process. These guys are learning the subject. And I've not actually taught them, but it's through batch 5 students, some of the batch 5 students who took the initiative and taught them whatever you're seeing today. And meantime, they have developed things on their own. So we have some learning materials which this guy is going to build, some animations and some videos on all of these is absolutely focused on portfolio theory, portfolio optimization, and to arrive at better investment results. So if any one of you trade regularly or you have a trading account and you know how to trade, you pay him some money, he'll give you some solution. You try out that on your own and see how it performs. You give us the feedback, we'll get to know whether it works or not. I for sure know it works because I've been using it for such a long time. So the idea is that you randomly pick any date, 2007 January to 2009 January. If you would have invested 10% here, 20% there, 30% there, 10% there, and so on, and would have made an investment of 1 lakh, see what your return would have been today. Freeze the date and the time period, and take the suggestion given by the portfolio optimizer, and then test the portfolio and see how much you would have got. Every time this portfolio optimizer is going to beat you. There are times where it won't beat because things don't always work out the way you want. But the statistics, the maths is very solid. And there are testing methodologies like back testing a portfolio, stress testing a portfolio, and so on. And I can show you sheets right here which we have done in class that it really works. But yeah, like any mutual fund investor sees at the bottom of the mutual fund the fact sheet that it's subject to market risk and all that stuff. The same thing is applicable here. But here you will actually get to know what you learn in finance as theoretical finance. That gets merged with some amount of computer science, some amount of data science, some amount, and we have not yet started looking at big data and tick size data. That's going to happen in the future if people are interested. So if you're interested in big data, you're interested in tick size data. Anyone who knows what a tick size data is? So tick size data is every time the stock moves, it gets recorded. So in Excel, you will have probably 1.5 lakh rows just for one stock. So 9:10, this was the price. 9:10, 1 second, this was the price. Then 9:10, 76, 40 seconds, then this was another price. So every time the price gets recorded. And if that gets incorporated in this thing, then it's going to be much more complicated. But we can all think about it. We don't really require tick size data. We might require a 5-minute interval data. So that's a different project. This has come out just because this guys wanted to do something which is different from regular engineering stuff they do. And that's how it has come up, and now we're going to take it forward. And yeah, that's it. So if you are interested in helping them out in some way, please let Jay know. Jay will lead you to this guy. Okay? Thank you.
Do you have some points to share? Any points to share?
Good evening. First of all, it was a very, very good presentation from both of you guys, and a very motivational speech, sir. Thank you. A few things I would want to ask, probably both of you can also answer. On what basis or what parameter you choose stocks? So there are a lot of ways to choosing stocks. First of all, it depends on the age also. Okay. Yes, of course. Both I would say. If let's say there's an IPO which is coming up, okay. Of course that's a new stock. There's always you have Infosys with you. If you had to invest in an IPO or an Infosys, which of course is a pretty older company, which is there from 1990, I guess, what would you choose? Why? Absolutely right. Now, my question is, if I had to make my own choices, why do I have to compete? Suboptimal portfolio, you said that works on a backtesting method, sir. Backtesting method doesn't always go good, don't you think? Yes. There's a formula which is used, which I have created my own portfolio, so I can share things with you if you want in detail. My question is, if you backtest the portfolio, that wouldn't work in the current economy, because economy keeps changing every time. With government, it keeps running. Yes. Yes. True, sir. But we all look forward for what is going to happen tomorrow. I cannot run with a portfolio which is what was performing better. Correct. So because the current market doesn't run with fundamentals or technical. It currently runs with completely sir, you cannot compare. There are things which you should. No, sir, I don't. Not predict the market. I'm telling that back testing might not always work. Sir? I'm sorry. Okay. What is that? Stress testing? Okay, probably. So the reason why I say back testing might not work on the current. Okay. Then why are we bringing back testing here? Okay. Okay.
And then after you see how your randomly chosen portfolio performs and how this portfolio performs, how the portfolio performs. And we run this simulation for 1 to 2 times. And you see that 99% confidence level.
Okay. Okay.
Any other randomly chosen portfolio, any other portfolio which you want to choose, or any other.
So the current then you're telling me that the current portfolio that you're building is not going to depend upon the backtesting method. Now, can you also tell me what is the current portfolio that you're building up? How, on what basis that you're building up? Have you got any ideas how to build up the portfolio? Correct, sir. There are about 2,000 stocks listed in the market. How do you choose the stocks? What all stocks do you choose? Do you have an age parameter? Which is already there for mutual funds as well. Standard deviation for mutual funds. So there is a for every correct. So that also depends on the mutual fund to mutual fund, not.
That's the only way it works. You have 2,000 stocks. You have to start somewhere.
Yes.
And you choose the stock with the highest return.
So there are a few more things I can add here, which would be helpful in adding up in your portfolio. One, few filters that you might use. One, of course, is to see how much debt-free the company is. Debt-free the company is. So there are also companies where the prices are also high. At the same time, the debt is also high. So the debt that they pay to the loan that is borrowed, it matters a lot, sir. Because if price might fall down anytime. but I can show you a list of stocks which has actually affected it. So please don't mind. I'm not arguing with your portfolio. I'm just adding some few points that I'm adding in, which might be. Okay. Okay.
Jyoti sir, we are leaving. We can leave.
Okay. You're telling me it's not good. But sir, this is something that you might. Okay. This is a very beautiful video which I want to take it away from you already in the previous time. I'm sorry. No, I think it's better we probably receive in person. Thank you very much.
So I believe the dinner would be getting cold. So I think this is the right time to just say goodbye, and I just like to inform you that we have an email ID finuity@nituniversity.in. We also have a Facebook page of Finuity where some likes, share or comment would be appreciated. Hope you liked the event today. Any last words?
Open offer to join.